watching the channel of Dr. Sean Reyes, also known as the Jeet Kune Do Doctor, where we discuss everything martial arts related. All right, so we'll start with the angle 6. Again, we're going to do 4 different variations. You can come in narrow or you can come in wide. Again, if you have your rear foot back and it's in the rear hand here, you're going to get a lot more power. But with the front leg here and the stick in the front, you're going to get more distance. So it doesn't matter for the drill, but I'll keep in the front hand for now. So.
All right, and the number 6 angle, when he fires, I'm going to be pairing with the left hand to take the weapon off target, and I'm going to be sidestepping as I go down the weapon and then hit his hand as the receiving position. We cut this all the way through, and then we usually come back on the knuckles or the fingers here. We check, and then we do an abanico, which is a fanning strike, down, up, down, and hit. And that's how we usually finish off the technique. So if it's coming in, again, we'll just show you what it looks like. So it just looks like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right.
Okay. And then I come in again with the second narrow.
Second one's narrow. This time the weapon is going to be in a lower position. And as he comes in, we call this, this is referred to in Kung Fu as a Hun Sao, which is a connecting, redirecting hand like this. In Kali, we call this Sakai, which means to ride the weapon. And then this is the umbrella, or sometimes what they refer to as Payong, which is a lifting motion. So I redirect, I lift, I counter check here, and then I just finish off with the under and over as my follow-up strike, okay? So when it comes in, it looks a little bit like this. We go here, here.
The next one will come in with the 6 wides.
6 wide, yeah. Now what we're trying to work against here on the wide one is the hooking motion of the stick. So whether we stop at the hand or at the base of the weapon, it can still make the turn and catch a target area. So what we want to do is we want to cover that target area with our hand here. Then we replace it here so you can't get the hook. Then I come in and I do the under and over on the arm for practice. Normally it goes to the hand or fingers. Okay, so what that would look like would be here 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, like that.
Then now the second variation on the wall.
Second one is Payong again, but this time I'm going to go from the center to the end of the weapon. So once again, he doesn't make the turn. I'll trap this here with the check hand, come under and over the weapon or the arm like that. Okay, so that one looks a little bit like this. Here goes here. Like that.
All right, and now we'll move on to the number 7. Now with the 7 here, it's going to be down the middle.
Yeah, this is the number 7 strike, is at 12 o'clock. It can be done as a whip tick, or what we call a retracting strike, where it hits and comes back out, or it can cut all the way through on redonda or a full circle. So in either case, we just don't want to be underneath the strike. So when he fires this angle, if I go this way with my weapon down, I can go out, I could come under and over like that. To do that one with a little bit of flow, it looks like this here. Here. Okay. If I'm in the down position and I want to go the other direction to my left, I can do an outside sweep. So as he comes on, I deflect it outward and I hit from the outside position like this with an abanico. All right, another one time it looks like this here. Here. Okay. If we're doing the other 2, we're working with the stick in the upright position. So when he strikes here, I could inside sweep like this. That would be 1. And then the other one would be to do just in the flow like that. And then the other one is to use a wing shield or a wing block. So what I do is I bring the weapon this way, like this. This usually flips here, and then we go into a power strike here, like this. So that looks a little bit like this here, like that.
Okay. All right, so we did 6, 7. Now we'll do 8. 8 has 2 variations too. Like the 6, it can go narrow, it can go wide. So with the 8, we're going to start off with the narrow.
And now what we do with the narrow one is on the 6 side, we're closing the position. So it's abierta into serrata. But we're going to start on number 8 in the serrata position, which means I'm going to open the position. So when he strikes as the narrow, I'm going to hit this way. This would cross again on the fingers, hit the body, come up, take out the arm, okay? So that one will look a little bit like this. We're going 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, like that.
I'll do the second variation with the narrow.
Second one is the same as on the opposite side. We call this the Hun Sao position. Indonesian terminology, I use Suliwa. In Filipino, we call it Sakai Kamai, or hand riding position. So this one, once again, redirects here, lifts up on the back of the knuckles here, checks, and then comes under and over the hand here, like this. For training, we usually use the arm for training, so I go here, and they use his arm for training, just like that.
Now we'll do the wide version on these ones. So
wide version, yeah. Now, once again, we're defending against a hook of the weapon, which is coming out and trying to come back in. So because the arm is exposed, we'll hit the arm first and then travel up the stick, then come down the arm, up, and then back down the arm, like that. So what that looks like is it goes here, we go here. Like that, okay?
And the second variation of the wide one. So it
second variation is using a hand check and going to wing shield. We go one, this normally would hit here, but for training we hit the stick. We collapse it, we check with the forearm, check with the hand, then knock the arm down here. So we have a cohesion from beginning to end in the whole sequence. So what that looks like when it's done a little quicker, it looks like this. Whoop, there you go. Okay.
All right. Next, we'll do the 9 motion, which is going to be an upward motion here on the right side.
Yeah. Now, from a neutral standing position, I'd have to clear my left leg out of position. So with the 9s and 10s, which are below the waist, we usually move towards the angle rather than away from it. With all the strikes that are above the waist, we're usually moving with the pressure or in the same direction. With these lower angles, we want to clear the positioning of the strike, so we actually move towards the weapon. So when he strikes with 9, I move out this way. So that's number 9. We practice for the forearm because if I'm practiced on the forearm to escape the strike, it's a lot easier when you hit the hand because I got more distance to work with. So it gives you another 4 to 5 inches of position. So when he strikes here, I just go here, just like that, okay? When I'm in the following position, he strikes the same angle and now I'm gonna come back on the other side. So instead of meeting the strike and creating a collision on the first motion, I'm actually redirecting him because I'm on the backhand side. I move the same way on the footwork, and when the strike comes, I redirect him, then I come back and follow up on the arm like that. Okay, so that gives you 9 to 2 positions for 9.
All right, now on the 10, we're gonna come up just like the 9, but on the opposite side.
Yeah, and it's all opposite as far as concept. We're gonna move towards the angle, hit the hand here, then come back like that, and that's the meet. And if we do that one with a little bit of speed, it goes here, 1, 2, and 3, like that. If we're on the forehand side, we would follow. So as the strike comes in, I escape the strike, I hit inside, I come back and I hit inside like this. And if I do that, here we go again, I go here, 1, 2, 3, and hit the hand. So number 11 is what we call a targeted number. And in ancient times, they'd use the blades to the hips because they could try to catch the artery in the hip to bleed the person out. So this strike here, because it's a little different than 3 and 4, 3 and 4 are horizontal strikes. So you can usually make a direct interception on those lines because they're horizontal. These lines here are progressively going down, so they're going on a diagonal plane. So when he strikes down, I follow him down here, and I push him back, and I counter him here. So that's how we deal with 11. So as he strikes in, I do the inside sweep, I move him down, and I take him out like that. So that's your number 11, okay? That's with the weapon up, okay?
Weapon down.
Weapon down. So when he strikes here, now I'm gonna draw up against the descending position, and I'm gonna pull out, and I just thrust. I usually take the throat or the face, okay? So when he comes in here, I go 1, and this is 2, like that.
All right. Last one is going to be the angle 12, just like the 11, same thing, but on
yes, coming on the outside. So number 12 is a backhand position. This we call like a windshield wiper, because what I'm going to do, I'm going to flip the stick to deflect it, and then I'm going to check stopping his arm from coming through. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to flip this out, I'm going to move away from the pressure to strike, flip it out, and then hit down the arm like this here. That's what we call a windshield wiper or a horizontal flip hit. Sometimes they refer to it as abinico with tick. Okay, so he comes in, I go like this, and this hits here, like that, okay? And then the last one, cross block. So when he comes here, I move away from the position, I cross here. This normally would take the hand like this for training, we hit the weapon. We bring it up to this side, and then we finish off with the under and over. If you want to thrust, you can put a thrust in there too, okay? So I move to the left side, and I bring it back to the right side, like that. And that's your 7, 6 through 12.
Yep. All right, nice.
Okay.
All right, we'll do an angle 6 next. Basically with the stick up. There's 2 variations of this one. One is going to be coming in narrow, the other is going to be coming in wide. When Zane comes in narrow, similar principle to the 5. I want to get that out of the way, get the hit here, angulate off the attack, and then the rest is the same, okay? So when he throws that again, get the hit there, stick is up, because if he comes back with another hit, I'm there for the defense. You don't want to bring it down. So throw it, stick up, I'm gonna hit that hand, and then do that again. So hit the hand, hit the stick. Okay, and a little bit faster, so. And you can add in as much as you want afterwards. All right, now the wide version of that. Now this is, you gotta be careful with these because this can come in and creep in. Even if you stop the hand in the lower area, this can still come in and hit it. So you gotta get this hand up here and then you got this one here. So when he throws that, kind of like in a haymaker where if he was to throw a haymaker, you're like this. So same thing, you get this, switch them, then you're right back in to what we were doing earlier. So again, get that, switch, get the check, hit, 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 power hit. Okay, so a little bit faster. And one more time. All right.
All right, if your stick is in the lower position, he feeds a narrow six or a close six. We do something that's called a suliwa. So again, just like a stab, as long as you can put any amount of force on this point, it's gonna be able to move. So I get my check hand here, I redirect it, and then get my stick in the position where I can follow up with a counter. But first things first, I get here, redirect it, follow up with a counter. And one more time. If it's a wide six and your stick is down, it's gonna be similar to an umbrella. It's just a very wide swinging umbrella. For the same reason that he could move this, we first strike with the umbrella and we let it travel down to the end until we can replace it with a check hand. So at any point in time, he could redirect it. So here, trail, travel, and follow up with a counter. And one more time.
All right. Yeah, and that same motion with the narrow six that he's using there, different names. You know, when you're doing, Wing Chun or any of them, a little hoon style motion. So when he throws a jab with either hand, you know, he'll swing it out there and come in a hook. So it'll be kind of like that. So there is an empty hand transition to this that fits in nicely. All right, next we'll be doing an angle 7. It's going to be on the straight line. Again, our principle that we were talking about earlier, get the hell out of the way. So an inside sweep here, and the rest is going to be the same. You don't want to sit here and just, like when he comes down. I mean, who knows, for one, if it breaks through the stick, if that's a sword or whatever it was, you're not guaranteed. Get out of the way. So with this one, step off the center line here, hit the stick, actually be hitting the hand there, get your hand check in there, hit here, hit, hit, hit. Okay, again, and I'll be hitting the stick just for the drill, so. All right. So that was the inside, so you can guess what's next.
The other side of the 7, if you want to go to your left, his right, maybe he has a weapon in the other hand, maybe there are multiple opponents you don't, or maybe there's a wall here and you can't really get to this side. You need to move to the other side. It's very similar to a 2, but you just go to the outside, keep him at a distance, come down with your strikes, your figure 8s. So same thing, feeds it, you deflect it, push it out, come back with the counter. Hitting the stick, just like that. One more time, come to the outside, just like that.
Good, and we get it. Nobody's gonna sit there with their hand out, but it's always good to practice the cover, like some sort of offense when you're done with it. Maybe pull off one of those, maybe 2.
Yeah, it's exactly. You don't want to pause feeling like you finished the drill once you got here, even though the arm might be there. If he fed me a 7, and I hit his arm on that first strike, these don't have to go to the arm. These can go to the shoulder. These can go to the head. This is just some kind of follow-up offense to drill yourself into being an aggressor after you've just been attacked.
I mean, you may want to even take off and go running. I mean, the options are endless there. So. All right, now we're going to do the 2 other variations. We did the first one with the stick up. Now we're going to do the other one with the stick down. So again, when he throws this angle in, I want to go this way, and he'll be showing you what happens when you go the other way. But when I go to my right, I'm going to utilize what's called an umbrella. I'm going to get this motion right here, step out with the right leg, get away, get off center line, come in with the hit, get the check, Get the power right there. Again, one more time. Step off the line, umbrella, hit, check, hit. Okay? All right, a little bit faster here, so. And then if I want to hit the stick for the practice, so. And one more time. Okay.
All right, now if I'm gonna go to my left for the same reasons we talked about earlier, stick is down, you're gonna do a wing, very similar to the first time, but because of the positioning here, because it's coming straight down, you're immediately going for this flip hit strike right here. So he comes in, 1, 2, right there, then the rest is the same. Push out and get your figure 8 right there. So here, flip, push out, figure 8. Couple more at speed, flip, figure 8, and then on the stick, flip, just like that. All right, one more, flip. Good. All right.
Again, there's gonna be 2 variations with the number 8. When he comes in with me, the first one we do with my hands closed here. So when he thrusts that number 8 narrow, again, same principles. These can be hard to see. The stick is leading the hand. Doesn't take much to get it offline. When he throws that, get the hit right here, get out of the way, and then you can come back with whatever combo you'd like to get out of the way, okay? So again, when he comes in, hit, 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 okay? One more time, hit, 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 hit. All right, a little bit faster here, so. Okay.
All right. Wide.
All right, now with the wide, same principle here. Kind of like if somebody's throwing a haymaker, you kind of have this motion here. Similar principle. I want to kind of get that stick here and get the check hand, all right? So that's the first thing. So get out of the way here, and then you can push it off and then do the rest of your drill that you'd be doing. But again, the key here is it's not like a narrow one where I can push it off. This thing's coming in an angle. When they come at an angle, you got to defend differently. So it'll be that hit here. Then you can come up and do the follow-ups, all right? So we'll do it again. So.
All right, now if your stick is in the lower position and he feeds a narrow 8, first thing I'm gonna do a wing block, same as earlier. Check, do the wing, roll, come back down.
And this is a unique one because you get a little roll in there. You'll see it.
Yeah. So first things first, I get off the center line. I put my check hand here. I'm gonna come up with my wing shield right here, very close. I'm gonna roll it to my arm here and then push it out. It's slightly, just a slight different variation from the wings we've been doing earlier. So here, off center line, roll, same counter, same thing. One more time. All right, now if it comes in wide, a wide 8, this is just like he was talking about earlier. The threat here is this curving and hitting you. So first thing I'm gonna do is block, travel it all the way down to the end until I can get my check hand in place right here. Once this is in place, he doesn't have the same amount of dexterity. I can feel the stick move, I can stop that. So he's gonna come in, I get my check hand here, now I'm in control. I can follow up with my counter. Same thing, trail. But you really want to establish some kind of control here, whether it's grabbing the stick or just placing your hand right here in this pocket, you gotta establish some kind of control.
Switch it from my angle here. Just to
All right, yeah, from this angle. So I come here, I travel along the length of the stick. It's really fast, it's just like that, just enough. And I get my hand, I establish control right here in this pocket. Follow up with a counter.
Good.
All right.
All right, next we'll be doing an angle 9. The angle 9 is going to be an upward motion here. Now the thing with it, this one's a pretty simple one. The key here is to get out of the way, maintain your distance, and hit the hand. So when he's coming through, I'm going to step off and hit it. And there's 2 ways you can do it. You can meet it or you can follow it. I'll be doing the meeting here. So when he throws that, off the line, get the hit, and then you can do whatever you want after that, okay? So again, hit it, hit it. And one more time.
All right, now if you're gonna follow the strike, maybe your stick's on this side and you can't really get to it in time to meet. Again, we're gonna take our legs out of that target area because that's what the strike is going after. And I'm just gonna push behind it, just like that. turn my body and follow up with a counter. So he comes around, I redirect it to the other side, follow up with my counters. Get the legs out of the way, same thing. The counters are all, you'll see, they're all pretty much the same, but you can see that as long as you step out, you remove this, you can reach all the way up the arm, you can get to whatever target area you need to.
All right, now on the number 10. He's going to do the same thing as the number 9, the opposite direction. Same principle. I'm going to be coming from the outside. Remember to attack on the angle, the angle of the attack. So when he comes in, I'm hitting that, I'm stepping outside, and then you can do whatever attack you want afterwards, okay? So again, get out, hit the arm when you do that. But for the drill sake, I'll be hitting the stick, but you're going to be hitting the arm. So, and one more time. Okay.
All right, now if you're gonna follow, it's the same idea. Sticks on this side, redirect right there, and you can follow with whatever you need to. Usually, these are gonna be done at long range, so maybe you wanna go for the figure eights. But most importantly, you get your legs out of the way, and then you can follow up with whatever counter you need.
Yeah, and that's a good point about the distance. You're not gonna be doing this from the trapping range and the grappling range. If you're in here and he tries to throw that, you're not gonna, you can't. You know, it just doesn't work.
Yeah, these are done at a middle range, and there are several different ranges, but this is primarily a middle to long range. So, next is 11 and 12.
All right, the last two we'll be doing here is a number 11. These are going to be angulated downwards towards the hip, so it is a little bit different here. So when Zane comes in with that number 11, I'm going to utilize what's called a drop block. I'm going to drop right here, same thing that we were showing earlier. I'm not hunched over. I'm creating space. I'm checking the hand from here, and then this is going to go on over here to get out of the way, get down to the back side, and the rest you can do whatever you want, okay? So again, drop block. It's all going to be one fluid motion. I'm just kind of slowing it down here. Hit, whatever follow-up, okay? So a little bit faster. Okay, all right.
Now for stick being down for a 9, it's you're gonna be doing something slightly similar to the inside low wing. You're coming in, you're stopping it, and then you're pulling your stick out and following up with a stab. So it's here, drive it back, follow up with a stab. So stop, right there. Stop, right there. One more time. Stop, create the distance, and then follow up with the stab.
All right, next we'll do number 12. It's going to be the opposite of the number 11 here. So I'm going to utilize what's called a cross block, similar to what Zane was doing earlier. I'm going to get this right in here. I'm going to check the hand, stop the stick here. I'm going to go to the side here, kind of get it around all in one fluid motion, and then you do whatever follow-up you want to do, okay? So again, get that cross block, go to the side here, 1, 2, power hit. Okay, so we'll do it a little bit faster. So, go ahead and restart. So, all
right, now for the stick down, we're gonna be doing a flip hit right here. Just enough time, just to get enough force to stop it and get your check hand in. And then we're following up with the same figure 8 we've been doing. 1, just like that. Figure 8. Flip. Figure 8. All right, if I come over to this side, he comes in with that backhand strike. It's just a flip up, just like that. So flip, redirect, create your distance, come down with the figure 8.
a little bit faster. So.
A little bit faster, flip. Just like that.
Good.
All right.
That's all of it. All right, once you're done practicing those drills, you tie it all together. You can go 1 through 5 in order, or you can just wing it and go, or just random variations. 1, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're also going to be incorporating a knife in here, just as a reflex drill, and it'll help set up for the hit with the stick. So,
all right, we'll give it a shot.
Okay, so
the first one,
and block that. Doesn't matter what. It's just a setup for the next drill with the stick, and we're moving around, doesn't matter where you're going around. And then if he throws the knife in, all you're gonna be seeing me do is block it in some sort of way. And then based on the position, so for instance, if he throws it low, my stick is down, I'm set up perfectly for this one. If the knife comes high, my stick is up and it's going to be setting up for the wing. So you can see the difference here. So that's the beauty of the knife, because it'll lead my stick to go up, it'll lead my stick to go down. Okay. All right. Hey everyone, thanks for watching that video. If you like what you saw, please hit the like and subscribe button with bell notifications so you're notified every time I upload a new video. Also, check out my other channel. It deals with health, medicine, fitness, a specialty in the foot and ankle. It's a pretty cool channel as well. Anyway, thanks for watching.